Hey Bee Swarmers, welcome back to the Next Big Pro, a channel where we dive into all things Bee Swarm Simulator and help you become the best player you can be. In this video, we'll be talking about 5 things that destroy your early game progress in Bee Swarm Simulator. Let's start with these crucial points to avoid in the crucial early game stages of the game to maximize progression and to get to the mid game stages and into late game stages. The first thing to avoid in the early game stages is to not waste the codes. Using codes early makes you very little honey, probably under 10 million honey, when you can wait for a week or two of progression and make 100 million. When you put it that way, it seems easy to answer the code, to save the codes. However, there are a couple codes that just give you only honey and straight up items. Those are fine to use them because they just kickstart it and don't have any real negatives to using them. Focus on quests is the next tip. Black Bear, Brown Bear, Science Bear, all of them are super important and useful for progression by granting tons of honey, materials, and eggs, which can be extremely useful for expanding your hive and progressing to mid-game stages of the game with all the honey and rewards you get from them. The next tip is less important with the new update, but to save your diamond and star eggs. Diamond eggs are so useful to get the diamond mask for endgame, and also, the star eggs can be way more useful than getting a gifted rad bee by using it as soon as you get it, than waiting until later in the game when you got all gifted bees up to legendary to use it and get a guaranteed gifted mythic bee. A gifted mythic is so much better than a rad bee. Just save them. My fourth tip is to not choose a hive color. In early game or even mid game, picking a hive color is so useless. You will not make any honey when boosting or even grinding, and quests will be so difficult. For instance, if you're a blue hive with like bucko bees, rad bees, and all bucko bees and cool bees, if you have a quest for Rosefield for Blackbeard, which you gotta do, you're gonna make like no honey, and it's gonna be kind of pointless. Instead of making more honey for becoming hive color, you're making less and making difficult to do quests. My final tip for early game people is to save your items. Make sure to save your glitters, extracts, tropical drinks, and especially your glue for later games and into crafting. They're not worth it. If you use them a lot in early game, you'll be broke when it comes to crafting. And it'll be pretty pointless because, like I said earlier, you're making no honey when you boost. Just wait and you'll make so much more honey if you use them later on. Those are the mistakes you need to avoid to maximize your progression from early game to mid game and even late game as quick as possible, to get to mid and late game as quick as possible. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you out, consider subscribing or liking the video. Thanks for watching to the end of the video again, and hope you have a great day, and farewell. Until then, keep playing Bee Swarm Simulator.